All right, I'm going to go ahead and play again. And I'm still waiting for my sprinkler guy to come. Got about an hour and a half. So we are waiting. And I predict victory. When I first started playing against the center counter, I used to take on e6 and enter those Icelandic lines, the Icelandic gambit it's called. But you really have to be prepared, to really, you have to know the lines, quite honestly, because black typically, will know the gambit lines very deep, because that's what they study for. I mean, you play the gambit with the knowledge that was it Teresh or no Steinitz who said the best way to refute a gambit is by accepting it. So those lines are the most fun. So a lot of people when they study an opening, they're not gonna they're probably not studying it for the Panov Botvinnik line where um, where black's allowed to take on d5 and then later c4. And the Panov Botvinnik are usually like those isolated pawn games. Clearly, I could have taken the pawn on d5, but then he has knight c5 check. See here, if I take on d5, he has the discovery check after the knight move. So I can't really say that I liked the exchange for him. I think he should have let my bishop go to d3 first or something and then gain tempo. Also, his knight outpost on e4 isn't as strong without a pawn there on d5. So I'll probably play something like rook e1. Trying to attack that rook diagonal. Actually, here I'm just gonna, since he played back, not rook diagonal, but the e file. Sorry. I think I will, if he plays knight c6, which is the only move that doesn't seem to lose material, I will, I'll exchange it and mess up his pawns and just give up the bishop pair, and then play for the c5 and e5 squares. It seems reasonable. If he had played if he had played b6, the rook on a8 game. I'm gonna take the diagonal first and make his queen waste a tempo, maybe. Ooh. All right, so now I'm threatening to win a pawn with the exchange in d6. I'm preventing rook b8. He wants to give me the 2 rooks. Well, it's forced. Because his queen was hitting my rook on b1. But now he has some weaknesses that he has to answer to. I kind of want to exchange on d6 just so I can swing my other rook down. Because his knight is hitting the e8 square right now. But on the other hand, 2 rooks and an unopposed bishop can create a lot of problems. I'm going to play this first. Now, I'm threatening rook d7. Followed by something like bishop takes d6 and oof. All right, I'll just take the pawn. It'll wow. So I'll probably play something like wow, guy's going crazy. G3. This also alleviates. Well, I don't like rook d2, but third kind of rook d2, queen d2. And I missed queen a7, and he did too. Oh boy, not your high quality chess action in this game so far. All right, so g4 is checkmate. And he lost. That wasn't the prettiest chess, but you just have that feeling, you know, if you can kick the king out, there's gonna be mate there somewhere. Now here, I mean, it's not really clear what he can play to. I mean, maybe something like knight e5, which blockades one of my rooks. His mistake was probably, I don't know, he's going to have some issues trying to unwind or get his king into safety. My first thought was just to play, well, he has to move the king, but at some point I felt like he had to play queen d2 or queen c3 at least and get some pressure off of onto my rook. Make me answer that at least. I'm sure I missed things. This game would have probably looked a lot different in a longer game. But yep, it just always feels good to have your opponent's king on the run.